Hey guys, it's the Yak here, and holy gaping sphincter do I have a good battle for you. So this is against a guy I found on Cerebi called D-Sun, and I've actually had a really good time on Cerebi tonight. I fought some really good battles on it, which is surprising because, you know, Cerebi is usually quite poor. But yeah, I found this guy, and we decided to have a standard battle, and I'm still tinkering with this team here. It's something new I put together. Basically, at the moment, I'm just throwing together stuff for the Team Equinox tournament, playing with a few teams on Shoddy and testing a few teams on Wi-Fi as well. Because I want to have a selection of different teams to play, so I can upload the videos as I progress through the tournament, if I progress through the tournament. And people can't watch my YouTube channel and know my team, because I'll be changing my team as I go. So that's why I'm getting all this practice in with different teams. Anyway, what's happened so far? His Spirit Team's burnt my fucking Fluffy, which is a Metagross, in case you didn't know. He predicts my Explosion or Meteor Mash or whatever the hell goes to Bronzong, and that's gonna get up a Trick Room, which is not good at all because, as you see, my Infernape's asleep and he's got a T-Tar, and it's a Sandstorm Trick Room team, and that is not good news for me, mainly because I don't really have that much stuff that doesn't get completely spanked by a Sandstorm. I do have this though, which is a Toxic Stool Bulky Mince. And that is super cool because I can take this Bronzong's Explosion and live with 107, which is kind of comfortable for an Explosion on a Salamence. So that was kind of cool. He goes into a Regirock and yeah, he misses a Stone Edge. That is just the beginning of the hacks. I think it's in the region of 4 or 5 Stone Edge misses he gets. But then he does get some hacks in his favour, which you will see. So this is my Vaporeon with a Stone Edge as it comes in. This is my physical wall Vaporeon, so I thought I'd have no trouble taking a Regirock, but he puts me down to 7 HP with a crit, and then I die. So yeah, miss a Stone Edge, get a horrible crit on my physical wall, and I'm in so much trouble right now because he's still got a T-Tar. My physical wall's down, and my Ape's about to bite the dust as well because it can't quite take out this Regirock. And really, Ape was the only thing I could go into to get some respectable damage on that thing because it's going to have the special defense boost from Sandstorm. So my Scarf Zapdos can't really touch it. I can finish it off with a nice Salamence Dragon Pulse though, which is all good. So Mentor's out here bobbing up and down like he does because he's eating a sandwich. He goes into Porygon Z, and I'm going to go into my Snorlax to take that. Whatever the hell it was, Ice Beam or Tri Attack. Turned out to be a Tri Attack, but I was kind of hoping it'd be an Ice Beam because of Thick Fat. But what are you going to do? I can still take about 3 of those Tri Attacks. So he goes to Spirit Team expecting the obvious Body Slam because I'm stupid and don't think ahead. Nor do I remember anything of other people's teams while I'm actually playing. You can literally send something out as a lead, and by the time you switch to your second guy, I would have forgotten what the lead is. So now it's Zapdos versus Spirit Team, and I thought he might switch here, so I go for a U-turn, which is my 4th move after Thunderbolt, HP Ice, and Heat Wave, which is kind of bog standard for a Scarf Zappy. Anyway, I go into my Salamence now, because it's going to power down his Sucker Punch or whatever the hell he wants to do. So we both eat some candy, and then there's a lot of Sandstorm and blah blah blah. And I'm going to only make matters worse now because I'm going to Toxic that Spiritomb, so there'll be Toxic to contend with, plus the sleep. So there's going to be like 8 hours of nothing happening. So what happens next? He's taking some poison damage, which is great. He goes for a pain split, and I have a little bit more health with him, but it's not really anything I'm worried about. Just gives me an extra turn to burn off sleep, if I'm honest. So, I just noticed his Spiritomb missing a B there. That's kind of weird. Should really sort that out. That's a spelling mistake. Anyway, he goes into Tyranitar, and I wake up on that turn and get a Roost off, which is pretty good for me. I can't really touch this T-Tar with Salamence anyway, short of getting a Toxic on it. But okay, that's what I do. I thought I was switched out there, but I didn't, because I'm obviously not fearing the Stone Edge. He gets a Rock Pusher, and this is kind of scary because my Ape's down, and my Zapdos can still outpace it after a Rock Polish. I know this because it can outpace a Metagross after an Agility. So he goes for Stone Edge there and misses on my Zapdos. So there's another epic miss for him. I hit him with a U-turn, which does pretty good damage because it's super effective, even though Zapdos isn't amazingly physically inclined. Anyway, his Stone Edge hits on my Salamence after the Intimidate and does quite a bit of damage there. But still, he's taking a lot of poison damage, and I was quite happy right here to let Salamence bite the dust if it meant taking that T-Tar out. He goes for a Stone Edge and misses again, and I get the Roost off. So I kind of felt really bad here. He did crit my, Vaporeon, but no one deserves to miss like 10 Stone Edges in a row. That's just fail. So, his T-Tar's down, and that's a big load off my mind. Goes into Porygon Z, or Porygon Z if you're queer. And I bring out my Snorlax again to do the same thing, except this time I don't go for the Body Slam, because I have a Super Pro move on my Choice Banded Snorlax, which is Pursuit, and it takes out that Porygon Z. So, yeah. Why is Pursuit not on a Smogon set? It's like such an amazing move for a Choice Banded Snorlax, especially against Latias and shit like that. Anyhow, we're both pretty low now, and he's going to Sucker Punch me because I'm locked into Pursuit. I just want to get lots of damage on this thing, or as much as I can, which will be a kind of nice chunk after the Pursuit and the Poison and the Sandstorm. Snorlax goes down, but now I can go into Zapdos, and now I can comfortably KO this thing with a Thunderbolt. So the battle's drawing to a close now, and by now, if he had hit all those Stone Edges, he probably would have already won the game. But I'm dragging it out by having him miss because I am pro. I'm going to sneeze. Nope, I'm not going to sneeze. Okay, he goes into a Scissor, and I was expecting a Bullet Punch with a Choice Band or some crap, like they always do. But he goes for a Swords Dance, which is a pretty good play, because now he's going to be able to take my Zapdos and do a huge chunk of damage to my Salamence when it comes in eventually. However, as it's one-on-one, Scissor versus Salamence, I know that I can survive Bullet Punch because I have Intimidate, and I'll just Flamethrow this thing in the face, and we'll be done with it, and that would be a good game. But he gets his second big crit of the game, which kind of makes up for all the Stone Edge missing, because he takes out my bulky Mence with his Bullet Punch and lives on a sliver of red health. So, yeah, good game, and here's some rage.